I'm wondering what happens next. After this particular section is complete, what do I do then? Now, knowing that things haven't worked out exactly as I planned, or as I'd hoped, or as I'd imagined. Or maybe that's the point. Maybe things have worked out exactly as they should. Otherwise I wouldn't be here, saying this, doing what I am doing. Without everything that's gone before, I wouldn't be here. And there's something oddly comforting in the thought that every single decision I've ever made has led me to this moment, now with you. And to all of the moments that are yet to come. I
I.
remember when I became a husband.
A great marriage is not when the perfect couple comes together. It is when an imperfect couple learns to enjoy their differences.
We got married at noon, and me and my best man went to the local hairdressers on Greatfield. And then I had a shave and a really long bath.
I love you, not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me.
The car picked us up. It was a Mercedes, and took us to the church. It was windy. I remember it was windy because my mum's hat blew off, but it wasn't raining or anything like that.
You know you're in love when you don't want to fall asleep, because reality is finally better than your dreams.
At the church, the families were split into two rows, one half of the family on the left, the other on the right. And there were lots of flowers and a cello playing.
A happy marriage is a long conversation, which always seems too short.
And then we're at the reception and everyone was invited. I got it into my head, I don't like coffee, but I was nervous about the speeches, so I was going to have a coffee and a brandy. I went to the bar and ordered me and my dad 2 brandies, but when I got back, someone had already ordered me a tea, so I just poured the brandy in the tea.
There is no greater happiness for a man than approaching the door at the end of the day, knowing that someone at the other side of the door is waiting for the sound of his footsteps.
The car had "Just Married" written on the windows, and on the way to the hotel, everyone was bibbing and waving at us.
You don't marry one person, you marry 3. The person you think they are, the person they are, and the person they are going to be as a result of being married to you.
And that was that. We were together.
True love stories never have endings.
And you are here, again, present, as if everything has only just happened. An empty return to a place that is always so familiar. It's a few days before Christmas, 1994. You are 11 years old, back within the same walls and the same floors, and the duvet, light shade, pillowcases and curtains are now decorated in black and white stripes. Everything is laced with the usual absence, a peculiarity, a silence that frames all of your previous attempts to follow the rules, a palimpsest of all the moments that have ever gone before. Do you ever get the sense of becoming totally aware? Like the past few days or weeks, months, years even, have just happened without you being present. You were there, you experienced it, but now in this moment everything feels like you were just sleepwalking through it. Like time just amassed into this one ball that seems impossible to get a hold of. Like you're just waking up and realizing exactly where you are. And there's an absolute precision to the clarity of detail. The golden line in between the black and white stripes of the wallpaper. The thick green plastic edging of the inflatable chair. The sound of the wind amplified as if it's echoing through the very walls. I get that. Every now and then. But more specifically when I'm back at home, around Christmas time, in my mum and dad's house, in my old bedroom. And it feels like time has just crept up on me. And I'm able to catch it, to hold on to it just for a little bit, just enough to realise where I am. Before it races off again. Back into the blur. Until the next time that I wake up. I'm 11 years old.
There has been a change to the rules. It is 1994, and the age of consent for 2 male partners has been lowered to 18.
I don't understand what this means. I am oblivious.
There has been a change to the rules. It is 2000.
I'm 17 years old.
And the age of consent is equalised for same and opposite sex partners at 16.
I'm petrified about acknowledging it. I pretend that it doesn't affect me.
There has been a change to the rules. It is 2002.
I am 19 years old.
And same-sex couples are given equal rights when it comes to adoption.
I don't understand the impact that this would have on me.
There has been a change to the rules. It is 2014.
I am 31 years old.
And gay marriage has become legal in England, Wales, and Scotland.
I'm starting to question whether I'm missing out on something. I wonder if I'm doing it right.
There has been a change to the rules. It is 2019.
I am 35 years old.
and Article 54A of the Human Fertilisation and Embryology Act is introduced to allow single gay men to become legal parents of biological children born through surrogacy.
I feel like I'm waking up and seeing the boxes for what they are. Empty frames of possibilities that seem impossible to tick. And you are here again, present, as if everything has only just happened. An empty return to a place that is always so familiar. It's a few days before Christmas, 2000. You are 17 years old. Alone, back within the same walls and the same floors, but there's a green inflatable chair at the foot of the bed and posters of Alicia's Attic and Rachel Stevens above the desk. And the duvet, light shade, pillowcases and curtains are now decorated in green circles. Everything is laced with the usual absence, a peculiarity, a silence that frames all of your previous attempts to follow the rules. A palimpsest of all the moments that have ever gone before. Remember when I became a father? I was working the late shift, and when I got back, she was already in labour.
If you can see yourself through my eyes, then you will see how special you are.
I remember the fast drive to Headham Road Maternity Hospital. The contractions getting quicker.
It is the toughest thing that you will ever do, but in exchange you will learn the meaning of true and unconditional love.
In the delivery room, she was given gas and air, and the midwives were running around doing some tests. But they had to call the doctor because there were some complications. The heart rate had dropped and we were in danger of losing
The
both of
love
them.
I have for you is like an invisible and very stretchable elastic band. No matter how far you go, we will still be connected.
Someone needed to use forceps and scissors, but as they pulled, the bed started rolling towards them, so they had to put the knee up against it to push it back, to stop it.
There are places in my heart that I never knew existed until I had you.
Then someone placed the baby in my arms, and the weight against me, all 9 pounds and 4 ounces, had felt miraculous.
Sometimes it's scary, but that's okay, because it's still just you and me.
There's 2 or 3 minutes it felt impossible.
It's so serious and so powerful. It's a prism through which I see everything.
And you are here, again, present, as if everything has only just happened. An empty return to a place that is always so familiar. It's a few days before Christmas, 2002. You are 17 years old, and you've brought your girlfriend home to meet the family. Back within the same walls and the same floors, but the single bed has been pushed underneath the window, and the duvet, light shade, pillowcases and curtains are now all decorated in red circles. Everything is laced with the usual absence, a peculiarity, a silence that frames all of your previous attempts to follow the rules, a palimpsest of all the moments that have ever gone before. This isn't about me. Well, this isn't just about me. It's about lots of people. It's about everyone, at some point or another. It's about us. The global us. And what should be on these pieces of paper aren't me. They are artistic impressions. When I first started writing the show back in 2021, I wasn't married and I didn't have children. So the majority of their text was taken from my parents' experiences because I had nothing to draw from. How did that happen? And then suddenly we're here, and everything that's happened since has been mashed up into this one ball of time, one extending memory. How do we get here? Not me, but us. Wandering through these pages that are normally assigned to the back. These sections that are not typically seen in the main body of text. The additional matter at the end of the document. I think we're all just shuffling through the appendices, being and breathing together, waiting for something to load. And at first everything moves along at a nice rhythmical progression. But then it jumps ahead and suddenly we've lost whole chunks of time. When I first started writing this shirt, I was on the brink of turning 40 and everything felt like it hadn't happened yet. And at every single stage, there was a single magpie watching me, following me, reminding me that I had failed, that I wasn't doing it right, that I wasn't following the rules. VI. Am I doing it right?
What do you mean?
Am I doing it right?
What do you mean?
How do I know if I'm following the rules correctly?
The rules are clear. The rules have always been clear.
When did I ever give them that much thought? When did they become important?
The rules are clear. The rules have always been clear.
When did that change?
The rules clearly state that you are to be married by 30 to the same person for the rest of your life. The rules clearly state that you are to progress in your career, find a partner, buy a house, get married and have children in that order. The rules clearly state that marriage is linked to success in life. The two are intrinsically connected.
How do I know if I want what I want, or if I've just been programmed to want it?
The rules clearly state that the sanctity of marriage is to be informed by your parents, television, films, books, and you must desire the happy ever after. The rules clearly state that you are to have hopes of a big family, who you will fully support in whatever they want to do. The rules clearly state that you are to grow up always having flickers of thinking about what it would be like to have children. It's innate.
What do I do if I tick the boxes? What then? What's left to complete?
The rules clearly state that your parents' divorce will cement your idea that you don't want to get married. The thought of it is just absurd. The rules clearly state that having children is always to be considered inevitable. It must become part of a subconscious checklist of what you need to achieve in life. The rules clearly state that you are to imagine having children from early adolescence.
Are you finished?
The rules clearly state that you are to see the concept of marriage as outdated. It only makes sense if there are plans to have children. The rules clearly state that you are to have lots of children, and that, when you want one, you will have one. The rules clearly state that you are to have children at a younger age than your mum was when she had you.
What are these boxes but empty frames of possibilities and hopes and dreams and expectations?
The rules clearly state that you are to never dream of marriage. It must never appeal to you. The rules clearly state that you are never to have expectations of getting married. Most marriages are unhappy and will end. The rules clearly state that you must not marry a woman, and there will be no alternative other than to simply not get married.
Are you finished?
The rules clearly state that you must not allow children to become the sum of you. You are to imagine life without them, because there are so many intelligent, bored women who with different times and possibilities may have been more fulfilled. The rules clearly state that parenting is not about biology, but you can never know if you would feel differently if you didn't have your own. The rules clearly state that you will want to get married and have children from as early as you can remember.
What if, after the world has changed and laws are instated and possibilities created, what if things still don't work out the way that I planned?
The rules are clear. The rules have always been clear.
And you are here, again, present, as if everything has only just happened. An empty return to a place that is always so familiar. It's a few days before Christmas, 2014. You are 31 years old, alone again, back within the same walls and the same floor, but the room has been emptied of all furniture, and the purple sofa from the conservatory has been squeezed in, and the duvet, light shade pillowcases and curtains are now decorated in a neutral lilac. Everything is laced with the usual absence, a peculiarity, a silence that frames all of your previous attempts to follow the rules, a palimpsest of all the moments that have ever gone before. VI.
He is Urkir. You don't need to worry about him. He is Urkir. He is Urkir. He is Urkir.
I am Urkir. And anyway, this isn't about me.
This is about him.
This is about lots
It's
of people.
also about me. And me.
And
It's
others.
about lots of people. Yes. It's about everyone.
At one point or another.
It's about us. The global us.
This is nothing more than a collection of stories and experiences and hopes and dreams and possibilities and things half forgotten.
Or half remembered. Or completely imagined.
These are the facts.
Even if they're incorrect.
These are the truths.
Even if they're incorrect.
Because there's a lot that could go wrong. And that's all right. Because whatever happens, we'll get through it together. And you are here, again, present, as if everything has only just happened. An empty return to a place that is always so familiar. It's a few days before Christmas, 2021. You are 39 years old, back within the same walls and the same floors. But this is now your nephew's room, and the duvet, light shade pillowcases and curtains are all decorated in the blues and reds of Mario and Luigi. Everything is laced with the usual absence, a peculiarity, a silence that frames all of your previous attempts to follow the rules, a palimpsest of all the moments that have ever gone before. And you are remembering what has happened since the last time that you were here, since the last time that you were present, alone, back, on the brink of turning 40, after multiple unsuccessful attempts to become a father, the 4 fertilised eggs, 3 transfers, 2 positive results, 1 early miscarriage, 1 ectopic pregnancy, and 1 resounding, final, negative test. And there's always a single magpie watching you, trying to communicate, following you, ominously. I spent the majority of my childhood pretending to follow the rules, and I pretty much perfected the routine. I think I'd convinced myself by about 14 that the world was just some kind of game that I was playing, and to win, I just had to admit that I was gay. Just say the words out loud. I remember walking down Church Lane. The shops on my right would have been Tate's and the fruit shop, both gone now. And I remember thinking, as I was turning left onto St Martin's Road, if I could just say the words "I'm gay" out loud, the world would stop, and people would run towards me and congratulate me, and bells would ring, and confetti would fall from the sky, and everything would be okay. I didn't, wouldn't, couldn't even. And so I just carried on. Carried on playing the game. Somewhere, this scared little boy is still walking through my memory, petrified of being found out. I later realised that wasn't the game at all. The real one was much more difficult. The structure, the framework, the expectation. It was a game that I could never win, but one that I was continually forced to play. How do I know if I want what I want, or if I've just been programmed to want it? How do I know if I don't want what I don't want, or if I've just been programmed not to want it?
tyranny echoes and believing where there was who will do until we're done to shape all these things. And these milestones don't mark me at all, don't guide me home.
And I am here. Again. Present. As if everything has only just happened. An empty return to a place that is always so familiar. I am 40 years old. And I'm standing in front of you on a stage in a theatre, and things still haven't quite worked out the way that they should have. I'm not married. Not even close. That box is still luminously empty. But I am a father. I'm a dad. How did that happen? And of course, everything is still laced with the usual absence. A peculiarity, a silence that frames all of my previous attempts to follow the rules. But also all of my previous successes in breaking them. A palimpsest of all the moments that have ever gone before. And soon, before we know it, this moment, it'll have just been condensed into this one mass of time that extends into memory. Back into the blur. Until the next time that I wake up. And who knows where we'll be then.